Can I have a word with you, Amanda? What are you doing right now?
I'm just doing the laundry right now. What's wrong?
Are you doing your housework properly?
Sam and I share the house chores. He helps me out a lot, so I'm really grateful for that.
Really? You're not making my son do all the house chores, right?
No, we discuss and decide together about who does which. We're both working, so we need to manage our time.
Women these days say they have to work. Are you feeding Sam with ready-made meals and frozen foods?
Sam is in charge of cooking. He always makes delicious food. We discussed about how we should both be in charge of what we are good at before we decide.
Just because my son is so nice to you, are you taking advantage of him? I'm worried about that.
I'm not taking advantage of Sam. We both agreed on this.
Have you ever thought that maybe Sam just can't say it out loud? You need to consider more about how he feels a little bit.
We talk about things to each other every day, so it's fine. Also, we often work together in the kitchen. We enjoy it very much. Normally, we just talk about what happened at work and things like that.
By the way, I have something I want to say to you.
What is it?
I'll say it clearly. Please divorce Sam. I'm preparing for that.
That's very sudden. May I know why you want me to do that?
I want you to let him go.
Why? Did I do anything wrong? I have no intention of constricting Sam. Besides, we get along well as husband and wife.
But I had a discussion with my family members, including Sam. All of us came into the conclusion that we want you to get a divorce.
What? I haven't heard anything about that from Sam. There must be some sort of misunderstanding.
Sam can't say anything to you, because getting a divorce is a hard thing to say. He asked me to tell you about this.
Is that true?
Yes, it is. Sam said that he's leaving you. He is tired of living with you. He wants a divorce, but he can't bring himself to ask for it. Poor boy. Seems that you've driven him into a corner. He's been in touch with me a lot. So I had to tell him. This is something we've discussed as a family. Please, just accept it.
I'm having a little bit of a hard time believing this. Are you really telling me the truth? I think it's strange that Sam hasn't told me anything about this.
Whether you believe it or not, this is the truth. My son has revealed his real feelings to me. My husband and I agreed too, so we're now preparing the divorce papers.
This is just too sudden. I have no idea what's going on. Could you please explain?
Sam said that he's leaving you. Why can't you understand? You really are a dullard. You've misunderstood Sam all this time. You must leave that house immediately. Do I make myself clear?
Please tell me why. It's just too unreasonable.
I'll send the divorce papers to your parents' house. Please check them and fill them out. I'm counting on you. I'll be living in that house with Sam and my husband.
You can't just tell me such an important thing by text only. We need to have a proper discussion. I just can't accept the truth. Anyway, I won't leave until Sam gives me a proper explanation about this matter. I'll ask him directly. When I mentioned Sam's name, Nareen's reply speeded up.
How can you be so sure of yourself? Sam wants a divorce. He said that he's tired of living with you. Is working outside home such a big deal? I'm sure that's why Sam got tired of you. All you do is work. And you don't have time to spend together with him. You've done nothing to fulfill your duties as my son's wife.
That being said, we both worked before we were married. Both of us agreed that we'll continue working even after marriage. I don't see how that can be a cause for concern now.
Oh, you're so annoying. Anyway, please leave the house today. You're working, so you can survive on your own. You have your own income. Stop being a parasite to Sam.
I'm not a parasite. That's a terrible thing to say. It's true that financially, I may be able to survive on my own, but I want to be with Sam. I believe that he feels the same way too. I have no intention of getting a divorce.
You don't have any choice. We'll be strangers from now on.
I didn't say that I agreed to have a divorce. I told you that I'm not getting a divorce, didn't I?
You're so persistent.
I tried to keep my words calm and replied to her. Unfortunately, Nareen started to get more aggressive.
After all, children always listen to their mothers no matter what. Mothers are their top priority. So I have no doubt that my son will take my side. You are just a stranger, right? You and Sam are not related by blood. I've cherished him since before he was born. It's you who will be cut off.
Sam doesn't have to choose between me or you, Nareen. It's not necessary at all. There are many men who cherish both their mothers and wives. Sam is one of them.
But he's already made his choice. Rather than someone like you who works all the time and does nothing to take care of the house, he wants to get married and have children with a younger woman. I agree with him. You don't want to have children, do you? Then get a divorce at your earliest convenience.
By the way, I just want to let you know that I'm pregnant. I can't get a divorce for the sake of my baby.
Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? Am I going to be a grandmother?
That's right. I know that I'm older than Sam, and I've been focusing on my work most of the time, so I didn't have time to think about having kids. But in fact, I'm pregnant with Sam's child. It's a high-risk pregnancy because of my age, so I just told some close relatives about it. Honestly speaking, I wanted to tell you earlier about this, but I couldn't find the perfect timing. Sorry about that.
Is it true? Are you trying to deceive me? I don't want to hear any more lies from you.
No, I'm not lying. Sam's child is inside my belly, and I'm 20 weeks along now.
I didn't know about that. Are you trying to tell me that you're pregnant with my grandchild? I can't believe it. Then why didn't you tell me earlier?
I'm terribly sorry. I thought you hate me and you don't want to talk to me. This is gonna be my first childbirth, so I was feeling uneasy. That's why I decided to find the right timing to tell you. But it seems that you don't want me to be a part of your family anymore.
I didn't mean it that way. What made you think so?
You said so, Nareen. That I'm a stranger to you because I'm not blood related. So, this baby is my child and not your grandchild.
I may have said those terrible things to you earlier, but it's sad if my grandchildren won't have a father or grandparents. So you don't need to divorce my son. If you stay married to Sam, both of us can still be parent and child. I'll tell my husband and Sam about this.
I'm terribly sorry to tell you this, but Sam has been standing right next to me. He's been watching us exchanging messages.
Seriously?
He's been coming home early from work lately because he's concerned about my health. He's also in charge of cooking because I've been having severe morning sickness. I didn't order Sam to cook for me. Sam is a very kind person.
So what? Don't tell me you're talking about me in a weird way.
What do you mean by weird? I'm only telling him the truth. All I said was that you lied to me about Sam wanting to divorce me.
That's terrible. You make me sound as if I were a liar.
Well, that's the truth, right? Sam said he didn't mention anything about divorce, and he's furious now. You just made up the story, didn't you?
Did you tell Sam about what I told you? Why did you do that? It was a private family project. Of course he'd be angry if you told him that.
Let's not lie anymore. I believe in Sam. That's it. That's all.
I'm not lying. I was just saying that Sam told me if you find out about this matter, he will be hurt badly. He was so scared of you, so I decided to secretly tell you. He's been contacting me every day.
There's no way he would discuss such things with you because he's going to be a father. He said that you should stop this nonsense. For your information, he's very angry.
Huh? No way. Is Sam seeing this message too?
Yes, he's right next to me. I told you earlier, didn't I?
You can't just show our message exchange to other people. What do you think you're doing? You were trying to push me into a corner, weren't you? What kind of wife are you? Why do you always do such terrible things?
That's my line. I've been treated so badly by you. Just because you don't like me? You told me a lie about Sam wanting to break up with me. You were also trying to kick me out of the house. Besides, you even tried to send me divorce papers. Isn't that a terrible thing to do? It's just too much to bear.
I didn't mean it like that. I know you are busy with work. So if you divorce my son, you can focus on your work. You care about your work, don't you? I thought it would be better for both of you to be free from each other. I suggested you to divorce Sam because I care about you. That was my sincere and real feeling. You should be grateful to me.
I don't think so. I'm pregnant. Me and Sam are just trying to support each other. If I'd been in a more mentally unstable period, I might have ended up divorced because of your crazy suggestion. In the worst case scenario, I might have had a miscarriage because of heavy stress. Even now, when my health is stable, I'm still in shock. There's no guarantee what will happen after this, right? After I told you all of this, do you still think that you didn't do anything terrible to me?
How dare you treat me as if I were the bad guy here? It was your fault in the first place. You don't even do your chores because you're too busy working. You can't have children and you have pushed Sam into a corner. On top of that, you are sharing the housework with him. Don't make me laugh.
We both work, so it's normal for us to cooperate with each other in housework. That's the way it is nowadays. I'm currently pregnant and Sam is supporting me. But that doesn't mean you are allowed to kick me out of the house.
Shut up! I know that you're just trying to put me at fault. You annoy me like hell. I won't say those things again to you. I'll be careful next time.
There won't be a next time.
Huh? What are you talking about? Don't just say random things.
Sam is currently typing a message to you. He said that he won't see you anymore, Noreen. He's going to cut ties with you.
What? Why? Sam would never say such a thing. I'm his mother. I'm the one who raised him. Do you think it's possible for a child to disown his mother? I've never heard of it.
Sam said that my involvement with you will bring bad influence to our child. Sure, you were the one who raised him, but now both me and Sam have to protect our own family. That's what he said. We are not having a divorce anyway. But I agree with your suggestion about me and Sam being strangers to you.
That's crazy. I'm not going to cut ties with my son. That's not what I meant. Don't decide on your own.
Even if you say so to me, Sam was the one who decided. He is very stubborn. Once he makes up his mind, he won't change. You're his mother, so you know that, don't you?
Sam isn't answering my calls. You must be doing something nasty to him. Tell him to pick up my call. You said that he was typing a message to me, right? I know that's a lie. You are a liar.
It's all true. Sam is sitting beside me. Also, I wouldn't tell a lie that would be easily discovered.
Then why didn't he answer my call? If Sam is really next to you right now, he should be able to do that. How far are you going to go with this lie?
Sam said that he won't take any more calls from you. He doesn't want to see your face or hear your voice. He wants you to contact him through his father for important things from now on. I'm going to block your number too.
What are you blabbering about? You think you can do that? You're my son's wife. You don't have the right to be so insistent on me.
Let me get this straight.
Go ahead.
If you keep acting like that, your husband might leave you. Please, be careful with your own attitude.
Huh? You're not the person who should tell me that. It's very rude. That's enough.
Well, you see, Sam and your husband may be too afraid to tell you about that. But your husband told Sam that he's thinking of divorcing you, Noreen. Just to let you know, I was involved in that discussion too. This is not a joke. It's the truth.
Stop talking nonsense. It can't be true. Divorce at my age. There's no way my husband would do such a thing.
You really don't want to believe it, do you? I'm sorry for you, but it's true. Unlike the story you made up, I had no intention to tell Sam and your husband about what you've done to me. But you lied to me, so I had no choice. This will be my last conversation with you.
Why does my husband want a divorce? I don't get it at all. Tell me why.
Your husband has been thinking of getting a divorce with you after Sam and his siblings became independent. He's also concerned that the children won't come home because of you. Your husband said that he wants to see my family more, so he's thinking of divorcing you.
That can't be true. You're just trying to deceive me by talking nonsense. I've had enough.
Why don't you ask your husband directly then? Soon my child will be born, and your husband said that he doesn't want to be estranged from us. Sam is now calling his father about this matter too. I'm sure he's told him everything. Both your husband and Sam said that they didn't like the way you were treating me. They said they were sorry about that. They couldn't do anything to help me until now.
Are you really saying that? Did Sam call his father? That's a lie, right?
I'm not lying. He called just now.
He shouldn't have done that. It's not a big deal anyway.
It may not be a big deal for you, but it seems that Sam was feeling uncomfortable about what you've done to me. You were the one who made him feel that way.
Amanda, you must explain to Sam that it was a misunderstanding. You can do it, don't you?
What do you mean by misunderstanding? It's a fact, isn't it? I can't lie to my husband.
We don't fight like this every day. Also, it's not like it's a big deal this time. It's just a joke. You should know that.
I don't think so. I was badly hurt. I'm pregnant and you asked me to leave the house today. You can't joke about that. It's not funny at all.
What are you talking about? You know me so well, don't you? You know my personality too. I'm not trying to be mean, I was just teasing you.
I see. Even if you say that you were just joking, me and Sam didn't think so. We felt it was quite malicious. Also, I'm tired of it. Sam and I will no longer communicate with you again. We can't allow our children to meet someone who makes jokes and teases that hurt people's feelings. I don't think it's good for child education. We have talked about it as a married couple and decided on it.
Are you trying to drive me away with lies again? How dare you cut off parent-child relationship just because of this? This is not how it's supposed to be.
You tried to get us divorced and yet you can still say such a thing? You wanted us to be strangers, right? By the way, your husband and I are talking about moving in together.
Only my husband? What about me then?
As I told you earlier, your husband said that he's divorcing you.
Hold it right there, Amanda. Please, clear up everyone's misunderstanding. I'm sorry for everything I've done. I really am. You gotta believe me. I was out of line this time.
It's too late. Goodbye forever, Noreen. Thus, I blocked Noreen's number. I finally feel like I have a clear mind. To tell you the truth, I was quite overwhelmed. Later, after receiving Sam's report and checking the chat history, I found out that my father-in-law asked Noreen for a divorce. It seems that there was a lot of wrangling, but in the end, the divorce was finalized. I won't say anything, but I think that her husband must have been relieved. We have not been in contact with Noreen since our previous conversation. I, too, was able to go through childbirth safely, although it was very difficult. At that time, we expanded our house and made it a 2-family home where we live together with my father-in-law. My father-in-law seems happy with the presence of his adorable first grandchild. I'm glad to see his happy smile too. Both Sam and his father took care of me after the childbirth and willingly did housework and childcare.
My father-in-law took care of the baby carefully. He said that he wonders if it would have been better if he was the one who raised his own children instead of his wife. Sometimes he looks sad. In my opinion, life is a repetition of reflections. Still, it seems that my father-in-law is satisfied with his current life. Nareen has decided to stay in the house she originally lived in, but she has moved out. Perhaps because it is too big for her to live alone. Well, she deserves it anyway.
Hey, Steve. We're going to meet my parents to tell them about the wedding and you're suddenly gone? Something urgent? Are you so nervous that you got a stomachache? What's wrong?
No, that's my word. Give me a break.
What do you mean? Did I do something?
Huh? How can you play dumb after showing me something like that? I can't believe you don't notice anything.
Huh? Wait a minute. I have no idea what you're talking about. Stop laughing and tell me what you didn't like.
How can you not understand? I seriously cringed.
If I did something, I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you're fine. It's so normal for you that you don't even notice. Then let me tell you, I left because it was too old and I cringed.
Old? Are you talking about my parents' house? Are you saying that my parents' house is so old that you cringed and left?
That's right. You don't understand unless I tell you every single time. I knew if you grow up in such a shabby house, your imagination becomes shabby and you lose the sense of a normal human.
It's true that my parents' house is old, because my grandpa also lived there when he was young. But that doesn't mean you can talk like that. And you're gone for that reason?
I'm telling you, it might be nothing for you, but it's a matter of life and death for me. I don't want to be in that old house, and of course I don't want to become your family. It's over. No marriage.
What are you saying? What's wrong with you, Steve?
It's easy. If people see that house, they'll want to go home. I don't know how you live in that old house. It's about to collapse. I mean, it looks completely abandoned.
It's true that the house is old, and some parts are falling apart, but leading it to break off an engagement? That's crazy.
You're the one who's crazy.
I'm serious.
You know, I'm the CEO. Have you forgotten my position? It's too embarrassing to have a woman who is poor and lives in a shabby house as my wife. I can't introduce such women in high society. People would think I'm not a good judge of character, and it would be bad for my public image. Above all, it's hard to be a part of a poor family. They're definitely going to bum off.
Why do you say such terrible things? It's a precious house with lots of memories. Besides, it's not like my family is poor.
Huh? You guys are absolutely poor. You live in a shabby house. Rich people live in a much nicer houses. We, the rich people, value our private time. That's why I can't stand to live in a house like this.
I'm saying we're not poor.
Whatever you say, it was shabby, which means you're poor. It's no use lying to me. Understood? That's how it is. Period.
It's true you're the president's son, and now you are the president. I can understand that my parents' house looks old, but you're breaking off an engagement just because of that? That's insane.
It means that the world you and I live in is different. You approached me because you thought you could get rich, right? Live in a beautiful house, have luxuries beyond your level, make me support your parents. Poor people can't earn enough even though you work hard, you know. You were dreaming of what you would do when you could spend my money, huh? I knew it. You poor people are so nasty.
I wasn't planning like that.
Well, this is the reality. It's no use trying hard to hold them back. The moment I realized you wanted my money, I cringed. I'll have to say goodbye to the poor lady who dreamed of being rich.
How can you say such a terrible thing? You really suck.
I can't help you. Why don't you look in the mirror and say that instead of telling me? Well, I'm sorry you couldn't get rich. I think it's a good idea to rebuild your parents' house before you find a new guy. It may be tough with your meager income, but good luck.
Stop it. Just because my parents' house is old, don't assume I'm trying to use you to get rich or I'm poor and tell me terrible things. I'm glad I found out you were such a jerk before we got married. I don't want to marry you.
You're upset because I found out you were trying to use my money? I'm not the one who is horrible. You're the one who's crazy. I'm acting normal.
That's not true. I don't think I could have made it work if I had married you. Maybe it's a good thing we end here.
How could you say that to me? After being upset, now you admit the fact? Why don't you complain to your parents who live in such an old house? Well, before you complain, you should fix the house. I don't think poor people have that kind of money, though.
It's none of your business. You're a stranger now, so don't mess with me.
Whatever. You poor bastard. You should regret for being abandoned. Don't make me pissed. You'll see. Hey, how are you? Poor girl who failed to become rich. You're too poor that you had to sell your phone.
What is it? You're annoying.
Oh, you haven't sold it, even though you're poor? Well, I'm sure you're going to be selling it soon. I'm glad I got in touch with you before that.
Shut up. We've already called off the engagement, so don't reach me. I'll block you if you have nothing to tell me.
Don't say like that. You poor people are so small-minded. I was just trying to tease you a little. Don't get so angry. I just wanted to know what kind of poor life you're spending.
Huh? By the way, I heard that you started dating some company president's daughter right after you broke up with me.
Hey, how do you know that? Well, that's none of your business anymore.
That rumor seems to be all over. I just happened to hear it from a friend.
A rumor that a poor woman failed to become rich? I've heard that poor people and country folks can't afford to spend money on entertainment, so all they do is gossip, huh? You guys knew about us so quickly, so your friend is also poor?
Don't insult my friends. My friend who thought we were still together just happened to see you guys. She called me to ask if you were cheating.
What a nuisance. Well, she's right.
So you were dating her before you broke up with me?
Yup.
How dare you? You're making me angry again. That's why you broke off the engagement so suddenly? Because you had someone else after me?
Oh, come on, don't get mad. If you're going to be upset about yourself being so poor.
I'm glad my friend told me. Just you wait.
I don't know what you poor people are talking about. Hey, poor lady.
What now? You came to tease me again? Fine. I have something to tell you.
What is it? You want me to give you money? I'm the president of the company, and the living expense for a poor person is like a penny for me, or rather, it's not much to throw away. I don't have any money to give to a poor woman who wants to be a millionaire, though.
You can speak like that for now. You're going to have a hard time earning even that small amount of money from now on.
What do you mean?
Your client, Tube Company, is going to terminate the contract with your company.
What are you talking about? Tube Company is our major client. If that happened, we'll go bankrupt.
You don't believe me, do you? Well, just stay carried away. Enjoy your few remaining moments of being rich.
I don't believe a word a poor person says. It's really funny how poor people lie like that. Hey, what is this?
What's going on?
Like you said, Tube Company said they're going to terminate the contract.
Oh, that's a problem.
Huh? It is your fault?
I don't know. I told you in advance, didn't I?
So that means you did it. But how could a poor woman do that? You told something to the president. Damn it. The way you poor people do are too shitty. It's a horrible thing for poor people to be able to do anything just because they have nothing to lose.
Your words are more shitty than mine. I didn't say anything. Don't be rude. I didn't do anything, so will you stop making accusations?
Of course you've done something. There's no way my business partner would cut me off for no reason. Besides, you knew in advance that they were going to terminate. If you didn't do it, then who did it?
Let me tell you, my dad did it.
Your dad? Even your parents are poor, right? No way he could do it. How can a great tube company be moved by one poor person's story?
I never said they were poor. You just misunderstood. My dad is a great person. He has money.
Don't tell such an obvious lie. How can a great person live in such a shabby house? Rich people live in mansions.
Well, I haven't shown it to you yet, but he has a villa next city. We live in that old house because it's filled with our memories. And the reason we haven't renovated it is because there are some drawings which I drew on the wall when I was little. You can't buy memories, right? We've built a villa, but we mainly live in that house.
Are you sure about that? Then you asked your dad to tell something to Tube Company?
I mean, my dad is the managing director of that company. I told him about you since you judged us poor because the house was old and we broke off our engagement, and the fact that you were cheating. Then he goes, "Who's the boss? Who would do such a thing?" He was furious. When I told him the name of your company, we were surprised to find out that it was his business partner. He immediately terminated the contract.
Oh no. Tube Company is one of our biggest clients, accounting for 60% of our business. If they did that, our company would go bankrupt. Do you know what you've done? Your selfishness will make my company's employees suffer. Can you take the responsibility for that?
Why don't you say that to the mirror instead of me? It's all your fault. You deserve it. For making fun of me like that.
I'm so sorry. Can you ask your dad to stop the termination?
No, I can't because I'm poor. You said so yourself that a poor person's story won't move a great company.
Are you kidding me? I'll apologize for calling you a poor person. I understand you're angry, but you don't have to go this far.
No, you don't understand anything.
Rebecca, please. If I don't do something, my company will go bankrupt. I'm so sorry. So please, reconsider cutting off business with us.
If you insist so much, talk to my dad directly.
You must be Steve. I'm Rebecca's dad, David. Mr. David, I'm really sorry about what happened with Rebecca. I'm sorry I misunderstood and called you poor, and I'm sorry I cheated on her. Please forgive me and not terminate the business. Rebecca is right to be angry, but you don't have to take the anger into anything, especially to business matters. I understand that your daughter is important, but you don't have to go that far. Rebecca is right. You don't understand anything. Excuse me. I'm the one who is the most angry at you for making fun of that house. My wife was against me keeping it, but I selfishly kept it because it's a family memory. Of course, I'm upset that my precious daughter is being mocked, but more than that, I'm upset that you made fun of our family's precious memories. Neither I nor my daughter will ever forgive you. We will never do business with your company again. Sir, please forgive me. I'm sorry. I'll change my mind and do my best from now on.
He's so angry that he doesn't want to talk to you anymore. No matter how much you apologize, it's useless. So please don't contact me anymore. I'll block you. Good luck.
Give me a break. I'm sorry. Hey.
Steve's company was officially made to terminate its contract with Tube Company, and it seemed that the company were in the red and went bankrupt. When it turned out that the bankruptcy was Steve's fault, his parents and relatives broke off the relationship with him, and no one helped him. Also, he was dumped by his girlfriend because of the bankruptcy. Currently, he is living in a shabby apartment, and he is managing to make ends meet while working part-time for a meager salary. He seems to be experiencing himself the life of poverty that he used to make fun of.